Blueberries to me are pretty special because they're only in season for about 3 precious months each year. So during summer, you can actually come here to Mount Compass where you can pick your own. It's really affordable and they taste amazing.
Yes, blueberry time is just around the corner. You'll find them from December to February, depending on the whim of Mother Nature, of course. And once they're ripe, you'll find this place buzzing with activity. Grant and Merry Gartrell have been in the blueberry business for over 30 years. Their 4-hectare patch has around 8,000 bushes. That's a lot of berries to pick.
So what got you into it?
In a former life, I was a defence scientist. I was posted to the east coast of America, to Connecticut, and there my landlord was growing a few berry bushes in his home garden. He gave us punnets of blueberries for summer in a basket with some radishes and all this sort of thing, and I fell in love with them. I thought, these are beaut. I didn't know them at home. I came back eventually a year later and made some inquiries and found that to grow them, I had to get the soil right, the climate right and everything else, so I ended up buying this place and doing it seriously. It was the only way to go.
Grant, some of the fruit here is quite blue, some's a little bit more green. When I come blueberry picking, what am I looking for?
Okay, Callum, here, have a look. That's a very green berry, obviously. It's far from mature, and that's not the issue. But here we've got a bunch that's mainly blueberries, and most of them aren't ripe, but this little one over here is a classic ripe berry. The difference is about 2 weeks. After it turns blue, you just have to leave it there, be patient, resist the temptation to pick it because it will be sour and it won't have its full sweetness and flavour. But after another 2 weeks, it will just change shape very subtly. It will increase in size, and all of that size is because it's putting in all of this beautiful flavour and sweetness.
So patience is the key.
Patience is the key, and experience. So I'm sure you'll be good at it.
Grant and Merry grow over 30 varieties of blueberries. Who knew there were so many? Half of the crop is picked for the commercial market, with the rest sold here through counter sales and pick your own. And how's this for a road trip treat? If you're ever near Mount Compass, I thoroughly recommend calling into the shop for one of Merry's blueberry soft serves.
How long have you been doing the pick your own blueberries for?
A long, long time now. We started off probably 25 years or more, and we've been doing it so long now that we've seen generations of customers come back with their kids and their grandkids, and you know, they've become old friends.
Now, for me, I could easily polish off a whole punnet, but if you can resist the temptation and they make it home, you can put them to use in breakfast and desserts.
Okay, so I've just made a simple batch of pancakes here. Now, what I wanted to show you is how to make a blueberry compote, which is a really easy sort of blueberry sauce. It's almost like, making a quick jam. Now, I want about 200 to 300 grams of blueberries. You could use frozen here at other times of the year, but when I've just picked these ones that are fresh right now, these are gonna be amazing. So, big handful of blueberries in there. Now you can see I've just got a little bit of heat into that pan, so I better work quickly here. Now a compote is something that you can flavour it with all sorts of things. You could use a little bit of cinnamon or vanilla. I'm just using a little bit of sugar to sweeten it, just slightly, because the blueberries do have a bit of sweetness of their own. But I'm actually going to flavour mine with a little bit of dessert wine. So I'll get a little bit of splash, let's say a quarter of a cup or so. Now, you can see I've got some serious heat in the pan there, lovely. I also want a little bit of lemon zest. And all this heat's actually going to make that colour come right out of the blueberries. And a little bit of lemon juice as well. So I'll just cut that in half. Just a little squeeze of that in. So all I want to do, I'm just going to grab a fork and just squish a few of these blueberries just to kind of help that colour come out a little bit. And then I want to cook this sauce down for about 5 or 6 minutes, just until it sort of thickens and reduces slightly. And we're going to finish our pancakes with that. Okay, so you can see my compote's thickened up beautifully. That's, so you can take that off the heat now. Let's put these pancakes together. So I've got my pancakes here. I'm going to top that with a little bit of ricotta. Beautiful. Get a big pile of that on there. Lovely. And then, got some beautiful yellow peaches here I'm going to put on top of that. I can top that with some of that blueberry compote now. Get plenty of that on there. Look at that, yum. Okay. And then finally, I can't come to the blueberry patch and not use a few fresh blueberries over the top. And I tell you what, you can't beat that for a summer breakfast.
So if you'd like to get some fresh blueberries this season, your first stop should be the Blueberry Patch website, because that's where you'll find crop updates and opening times, which can vary. So make sure you check before making the trek.
Coming up, Adelaide's lost cinemas. A look at some picture houses from the past.